First demo I want to go over is this jelly one, where he's just wiggling it about. There's only like, what, a few seconds of it? Going to the description here, you know, there's a whole bunch of credits for different artists that have helped contribute to this work. I was searching all over for this file, and during that time I thought, oh, I may as well check out the actual release notes. So here we can download Blender 3.6, and you know, we've got the show reel that shows all this beautiful work, and then you know, the show and tell, and here's the simulation nodes and how to do that. But the thing that really stuck out to me as we come down is this. It's the Jiggly pudding file. I press play, you'll see that the simulation starts, and if I click on this empty here and press G, I can then move it around, and I now have Jiggly jelly in my computer, which is, well, it's Jiggly pudding, but look at that, it's so cool. And there's the whole geometry node set up that you can go through and interrogate and figure out. I haven't spent enough time with geometry nodes yet to even know what I'm properly looking at, but it's just exciting. This is all here, and it's all there on the actual Blender homepage. Next up, we have Simon Lee with this really beautiful style he's been creating in Blender, which almost looks like an oil painting on canvas. And you can see these different demo files he's got on his Gumroad, where you can even see the demo that was shown in that Blender showcase. And each of these files gives you the ability to kind of really interrogate and understand how he's actually created these kinds of scenes. Here in the Blender file, we can kind of start to get an understanding of how he's laid out the scene. How, you know, he's layered the different geometry, used the shadows from these clouds to kind of influence how it's all working. And then also used a brush texture to actually give that kind of Van Gogh or oil painting style to it. The other demo was this kind of curves to roads feature, and I remember seeing it somewhere and I couldn't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure that what's shown in that demo for the Blender 3.6 LTS is this work done by Cartesian Caramel, who's also a good friend of, I think, Curtis Holt, because they've done some work together here and there. But you know, you can just see that demo, which is in the Blender showcase, of this tool that he's been building. Just a cool add-on, and I thought I'd share with you guys where it is if you're trying to find it. At the end of the Blender showreel, there's this video from Mont. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I love this guy's channel, and it's this little short that he's made where he's connected up a controller to a character and then is like moving it around using the controller. And this is something I really want to explore in the future. So he's kind of put in the description a link to how to actually do that, which I've also chucked in the description too. Here's the tutorial that he actually links through, and that's how to use an Xbox controller in Blender. Having a quick look through, it looks like you've got to install some additional Python libraries to actually enable that communication into Blender with your controller, but it gives you some really interesting functionality for animation, basically using physics to drive your animation and then the controller input to kind of guide how the object or character is actually moving. This is something I really want to explore in the future, with potentially creating like drones within Blender. So creating an FPV drone I can then fly through my scenes, or even using the new physics nodes which have come out in 3.6 to then drive animations which I am controlling with any form of controller or even my custom MIDI controllers. I hope this helps if you've been searching for those files, and let me know if you guys make anything cool with it. I'll be sharing updates of the different tests that I'm making and things that I'm learning in Blender as well as we go. I'm currently working on that video for the kind of workstation that I made for my soldering iron, so that'll be coming out in the next week or two, so subscribe if you're interested for that. And then let me know down in the comments if there's any kind of, I don't know, things you'd like to see in Blender. I've also realized on my past video for Unreal Engine that there were some questions on how to kind of actually create a cinematic and scene, and I'm learning that myself at the moment, so once I figure that out, I'll actually put up a video surrounding that too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.